the outside, the five of you are villains, predators, remorseless sociopaths.
Oh, stop. You're making me blush.
Craig and Marc, how are you doing today?
Good.
Good. Hi.
Such a pleasure to talk to you both. First of all, I know it's a very obvious question, but for you both, what is it about playing bad guys that is inherently more fun? Because Marc, right after this, you're playing Lex Luthor, I believe, who's one of the biggest bad guys around.
Oh.
So there must be something a lot of fun just to throw yourself into people who are this bad or animals who are this bad.
I don't know, you just play it straight. Even with Lex Luthor, you start to realize that these bad guys, especially these animated bad guys, are the two that I've done, are full of a sort of swagger, but it's all very empty and based in, this weird insecurity. So I can relate to that. I don't know that I'm, criminally bad, but, I've certainly wrestled with my own defensiveness and resentment and anger. So I can relate to it.
And Craig, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's one of the bad guys that we all love the most. So there is a fine line there of playing guys who inherently are they're not great, but you can't help but like them.
Yeah, there's also a freedom that comes with being the bad guy, where you don't have to follow the rules. So that's very attractive as far as wanting to do that role. As far as like a Doug Judy type character, there is that fine line. I'm thank you for pointing that out. That the guy, you can still root for him, but he is doing bad things.
People love bad guys.
Oh, well, because we get to live vicariously through them. It's like a relief to be like, someone else is having fun. I'm wondering though, like for movies like this, I'm just curious, like what is your reaction when, I don't know, like an agent or whomever might walk up to you and go, so they want you to play a snake and they want you to play a shark who is at times pretending to be a pregnant lady. Like, what is the pitch there where you're like, yes,
well,
that's exactly what I want to do.
Part of it for me is like Dreamworks is literally an 8-minute drive from my house. So the commute to work was perfect. And also doing voice work, you have a lot more range and you can do things over and over again and you can really polish the funny of it. And you can sort of work with the director or with the other actors if you have that opportunity to you really make it exactly what they want it to be and to make it as funny as possible. And you don't get that with live action generally.
And with this particular project, it was presented. I went over to Dreamworks and they showed the series. They showed what the characters looked like. They showed who was going to be in it, and it was just this really well put together demonstration that it was you had me at hello kind of thing. So I was more than happy to jump on this one.
Well, Craig, you've got an incredibly and lovely deep voice, but your character in this, at times, as I mentioned, has to hit some truly high peaks. And as that scene was going out, I was like, his voice must be ruined after some of the screams you have to accomplish. Like are those fun days for you, or at the end that you're like, I need to drink all of the liquid right now?
What they would do is we would do all the script and then save the screams and whatever for later. And yes, you're exactly right. It would be like, okay, that's enough. We need a break or what have you. But they were very aware of trying to save my voice.
That was very considerate of them. And Marc, there's one final question, if that's okay. I think so many people out there would consider you to be one of the best interviewers around, like just purely conversational interviewers. But would you have any singular piece of advice you maybe like to give or impart to people out there, for people who want to, maybe get into that profession of professionally chatting for a living?
Oh, well, I find that if you don't prepare at all and you're filled with dread about what might happen, and then you engage authentically and listen and ask questions that interest you and try to get an actual conversation going, then you'll be okay.
Okay, but that's I'm writing all that down. So just be filled with dread, and and just don't prep.
Yeah, the panic of engaging. Like you have to show up as yourself with another person and be like, "What's up?" and see where it goes.
And the authenticity.
Yeah, I can't help that part, it seems.
Yeah, that's the one part that you just can't learn. Craig and Mark, thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The good guy.
We're more than just scary villains. They love us.
You're such a good boy.
Maybe I don't want to be a
bad guy? No! We'll always